Lesson 5. Navigating Relationship Confidence. The Insights of Attachment Theory. In this comprehensive learning pack on constructing self-confidence from scratch, we focus on how attachment theory can enhance your relationships. It's no secret that many of us grapple with insecurity in our connections. Have you ever wondered why you might lack confidence in certain areas? The truth is, a significant portion of our confidence stems from our relationships. It's common for people to categorize their relationship confidence, often to their own disadvantage. You might be a powerhouse in your career, oozing confidence in every step, but still feel uncertain and uneasy in your relationships. When you decided to show up for a course to build self-confidence, you likely aim to develop confidence in a specific aspect of your life. At the end of the day, healthy relationships triumph over tremendous success. The latter is only truly enjoyable when paired with fulfilling relationships. The luxurious penthouse suite feels incredible when filled with people who have supported your journey, but it becomes the loneliest place on earth when you're alone. Our goal is to help you build confidence in every facet of your life, whether it's speaking up during meetings or being more vocal and honest in your relationships. It's crucial to recognize that relationship and career confidence have slightly different roots and building blocks. Consequently, it's essential to address them individually. One effective method of evaluating your confidence in relationships, predominantly romantic ones, but also friendships, is by exploring your attachment style. Attachment theory is a psychological and evolutionary concept that seeks to comprehend the factors that shape children into the adults they become and how these factors affect their experiences of anxiety and fulfillment in relationships. A child's interaction with their parents profoundly impacts the relationships they form later in life. John Bowlby, the creator of attachment theory, first observed this while volunteering at a school for maladjusted children. One 8-year-old boy clung to him all day, while another teenage boy, who lacked a stable mother figure, had been expelled for stealing. Bowlby hypothesized that an infant's intense reaction to their parents leaving them alone, the crying, screaming, and clinging, is an evolutionary survival mechanism. Infants cannot survive without a caregiver, so those who cried the loudest ensured their caregiver rarely left them alone. These behaviors constitute the attachment behavioral system, which governs our patterns of forming and maintaining relationships. Children who receive consistent love and support from their parents from an early age are more likely to feel secure. In contrast, those who experience inconsistent care or even neglect are more inclined to be anxious or avoidant. According to Bowlby's research, infants placed in unfamiliar situations and separated from their parents or primary caregivers typically react in one of three ways. The first group, referred to as the secure group, experiences distress when their caregivers leave but are easily comforted when they return. These children's parents were consistently loving and supportive, enabling the children to rely on their eventual return. The second group of infants feels greater distress when their caregivers leave and, although they want comfort when they return, they often resist it. In the third category, some infants show minimal stress when separated from their parents and ignore their caregivers when they return. Based on their experiences, it seems these children couldn't depend on the adults in their lives for care and had to rely on themselves, developing independence from an early age. Years later, psychologists added a fourth category, disorganized attachment or fearful avoidant. Children in this category exhibit unpredictable behavior, sometimes completely ignoring their parents or becoming clingy and anxious. In the 1970s, a prevalent myth about letting babies cry emerged, suggesting that it would strengthen their lungs and promote independence. However, current research demonstrates that children between 6 months and 2 years of age lack emotional regulation. Allowing them to cry does not foster independence. Rather, their primary goal at this stage is survival. It certainly doesn't strengthen their lungs, either. Psychologists attribute outdated parenting ideas and the rise of two-parent working households to increased insecurity in relationships. It could be that people are now more aware of their emotions, or perhaps social media has painted a picture-perfect image of relationships that simply don't exist in reality. We struggle with confidence because we can't differentiate between appropriate and inappropriate behavior based on our expectations, which are often predetermined by past experiences and disappointments. As children, we might not have received the care we needed, and it's challenging to know whether our needs and demands are reasonable now. Merely accepting and loving yourself won't suddenly make you feel more secure. You have to work on understanding that people will love you despite your flaws, which can be difficult if, as an infant, love was conditional. Can someone truly and completely love you, including your darkest sides? It's easy to claim that we could do that for someone else, but it's much more challenging to believe that someone would reciprocate. Our uncertainty does have some basis, as we tend to be drawn to what's familiar to us. Researchers refer to this as the mere exposure effect, a phenomenon where people develop a liking for things they're familiar with. As complicated as your relationship with your parents might be, you may still seek out a partner with similar traits. Awareness and understanding are key to directing your attraction towards people who will better meet your emotional needs. The good news is that even if your upbringing didn't foster a secure attachment style, you can still develop it as an adult. It all starts with understanding your personal attachment style. Numerous online questionnaires and tests can help you gain insight into your attachment style, allowing you to develop your emotional awareness. Consider how you feel about yourself and your capacity to believe that you can be genuinely loved. How do you feel about truly and safely trusting your partner? Therapy is an excellent way to work on developing a secure attachment style, but it can be costly. That's where cognitive behavioral therapy techniques come in handy. There are also more immediate actions to take. Embrace your passions and cultivate a hobby outside of your relationship. Learn to love something independently, as it's crucial to develop interests and skills that make you happy. Find something that puts you in the zone, where time seems to disappear and you're fully engaged. This will help you build confidence in your abilities and skills, which will, in turn, bolster confidence in your relationship. Take risks, even if they're small and slightly uncomfortable. Growth occurs outside our comfort zones. If you're not the sporty type, try surfing lessons or join a local hobby sports league. Embrace frustration and understand that stepping outside your comfort zone is the goal. Finally, become physically stronger. Lifting heavier weights or improving your mobility can have a calming effect on your mind. As you progress, you'll realize you're capable of handling physically and mentally stressful situations. In essence, it's all about outsmarting your brain. Your brain is brilliant and focused on keeping you alive, but it often bypasses rationality to protect you from perceived danger. It's up to you to develop your own override button. In our next session, we'll delve into career confidence. For now, we encourage you to discover your attachment style, pick a hobby you're passionate about, and find something that pushes you out of your comfort zone, and to keep on rising. We'll be back tomorrow to continue this journey together.